Hello my friends and welcome back to Dragon Age 2. In yesterday's video we finished up the finding something for a friend of Isabella's quest, killed a bunch of bad guys, spied on some other people, just some miscellaneous quests. Today we're actually going to work on another, what I think is going to become a main quest eventually, but it's called Wayward Son, and I'll read the description again in a minute, but I did stop at home to buy some poisons and bombs, which we'll see how all that works, and there is actually a letter from Fenriel on my desk, so I wanted to include that in the video before I forgot. So the letter says, it's loose ends. Huck, I know we didn't part on the best terms. You were right. I was trying to squeeze more work out of you than was justified. You've more than paid your way into the city. It's been tight since you left, though. If you're looking for more work for a real coin in your pocket, come see me in Hightown anytime before sunset. Fenriel. I did find it funny. Well, it's not really funny, haha, but funny that they're having some problems since I left the little, I want to say thieves guild, but smugglers guild of sorts. So let's get my party back together. It's Fenris, Meryl, and Anders. We're going to go back into Lowtown and head over to the alienage. So the Wayward Son quest was, we're going to meet this woman, Ariane, who needs to find her son, Feynriel, because the Templars are hunting her.
Why was your friend made tranquil? Do you know?
No, and it doesn't matter. Nobody deserves that.
I know some mages who deserve that.
Really? Perhaps they should start making slaves tranquil.
What?
Then they wouldn't dream of escaping. Wouldn't that be wonderful?
Slaves do not attract demons that try to possess them.
Which clearly justifies it. What a perfect solution.
Oh, okay, you guys are not going to get along. That's crystal clear. And neither of you are understanding the other person's perspective either. Okay, Ariane and...
Please, Sir Thrask. He won't go to the Circle willingly, but it's the only place.
Madam, we'll do our best to find your son, but I cannot guarantee his safety if he continues to resist Templar jurisdiction.
He's just a boy.
He's an apostate.
Okay, well, let's see what's going on.
I am sorry for your loss, mistress, but I can offer your son mercy only if he turns himself in.
I'm trying to find him, but...
The Templars cannot tolerate apostates.
Your son's an apostate? How is that funny? But we'll ask it anyway.
I'm guessing that Templar wasn't here to offer your son his good wishes.
I am Ariane. My boy, Feynriel. He's all I have. All my family. When I learned he had magic, I could not bear to send him to the Circle. But his connection to the Fade, it gives him nightmares. Dreams of demons speaking in his mind. I would rather lose him to the Circle than to himself.
Okay. Tell me about these nightmares.
What kind of dreams is he having?
He dreams of demons, calling to him, pulling him into their world. Every day, it grows harder to wake him. That is why I turn to the Circle. They are the only ones that can protect a mage from his own powers.
Fair enough. Where is Feynriel now?
Did your son run away?
He learned I had contacted Sir Thrask. He felt I betrayed his trust. He thinks he can live free of the Circle, but I am afraid without proper training, he'll kill himself.
I mean, I think for all of its shady awfulness, I mean, the Circle is a place where mages can learn to be a mage, right? And it's not like there's another option. Especially if you're, like, I think Bethany got lucky because her father was a mage, so he could teach her, but not every mage is going to be like that. But then again, there's all the downsides, apparently, that go along with the Circle. Anyway, off topic. Are you Dalish?
Those look like Dalish tattoos. Why do you live in the city?
I was born to the Dalish, but came to Kirkwall for a time and dallied with a human merchant, Vincenzo. When I found I was with child, neither Vincenzo nor my tribe wished the burden of an elf-blooded human infant. I raised Feynriel myself, here in the alienage.
Well, that stinks. I mean, I'm surprised the Dalish would do that. That's actually really not cool. Okay, what exactly happened?
Tell me the whole story.
I learned years ago that my son likely had magical talent, but we could not bear the thought of him locked in the Gallows. So we hid. When the nightmares began, Feynriel still refused to contact the Circle. But I truly think they are the only people who might save his life.
Well, I guess I'll bring Feynriel back. I don't know what the end result will be, but I'll go look for him.
I promise. You will see your son again.
Then you have given me the greatest blessing of maker or man. I don't know where Fenriel is gone, but there are 2 places you might start your search. Sir Thrask has been looking for him. If you speak to him in the Gallows, he'll be able to tell you what ground he's already covered. And Feynriel's father, Vincenzo, recently returned from Antiva. He's a merchant in the Lowtown Bazaar. Feynriel might have sought him out.
Oh yeah, I think I remember running into a merchant up a couple levels of stairs. Well, what is Thrask like?
Tell me about this Templar.
I believe he's a good man. He doesn't hate mages, but sees what it took me too long to realize. Even the best-intentioned mages are at the mercy of their sleeping minds. There are other Templars who are much less sympathetic.
Well, he does sound more sympathetic than others. Tell me about Vincenzo.
You and Feynriel's father are not married.
Vincenzo had no desire for a wife or an elf-blooded child. I haven't seen him since the day I told him. I have written, though, to keep him informed about his child. Feynriel wanted to meet him.
Don't hold your breath. Well, I'll go right now.
I will not leave you fearful for a moment longer than necessary.
He ought to have his own life. Out from the shackles of the Circle. Everyone should.
Don't coddle this boy. If he is a mage, he's dangerous and belongs in the Circle.
Thank you. It has been a lonely time hiding. It's almost a relief to finally confront this openly.
Busy today, I see.
Your wife is over her sickness, I hope.
The worst is over.
You guys are like talking across the...
Much work already.
All right. Well, yeah, Vincenzo sounds like a real prince of a father there. Okay, so Wayward Son. Let's mark this as active. Speak to Thrask in the Gallows courtyard or Vincenzo in the Lowtown Market during the day about the boy Feynriel. We've not been to the Gallows, have we? I mean, we have, like, earlier in the game, but not in this portion of the game. So it'd be nice to go there, too. But I wonder if I can talk to both of them, but we'll see what happens. All right, let's go talk to Vincenzo, who's... If I remember correctly, he's right over there. His shop didn't have anything very interesting, I remember that much. All right, Vincenzo.
Greetings, my lady. You look like a woman who'd appreciate the finest rubies from Antiva raising her lovely neck. I bring only the best northern merchandise to the free marches.
I'm actually looking for Feynriel.
Actually, I'm more interested in your son.
My lady, I'm a bachelor. I've never met a woman of sufficient beauty and charm to tie Vincenzo down.
Yes.
Let us not ruin the day with such weighty thoughts. Perhaps I could show you my silks.
Or perhaps you can make up for your neglect as a father.
You abandoned your son at birth. If you regret this at all, help me save him now.
There's no man in Kirkwall who is friend to an elf blood mageling. A smile went by my trust.
Okay, that was useless. I guess I need to go talk to Thrask then, because he was of absolutely no help. But, oh, and there's one of those miscellaneous quests to turn in here, too.
I've heard about the Circle of Magi outside of the Imperium, but I've never been in one. Are you certain it's wise for us to come here, considering who we're with?
Well, what's one more mage?
I don't think the Templars will be surprised to see another mage here, do you?
maybe not.
I'll try to look sufficiently meek and oppressed.
You're not helping.
This seems more like a prison. I wonder if it's more effective than the circle I know.
Well, what's it like in Tevinter?
How is the Imperial Circle of Magi different?
Once upon a time, it was as it is here. The Chantry watched the Magisters closely for any signs of corruption or weakness. Then it changed. The Magisters were permitted to watch over their own, and Templars kept only to enforce the law. What happened next was inevitable. The Magisters rule again, as powerful as they ever were.
Why did it change?
You said the Chantry used to watch the Magisters. Why did they stop?
You must remember that the attitude towards magic is different in Tevinter. Magisters came from wealthy families, bloodlines that had nurtured magical talent for countless generations. The Chantry was not trying to control poor peasants, but the scions of the greatest houses in the Imperium.
But weren't they defeated?
I thought the Magisters had been thrown down by the Chantry.
On the contrary, Andraste never defeated the Imperium. A great army conquered the south, but not the north. The Magisters eventually surrendered to the Chantry, but they did so on their terms. They kept their influence. Thus, they reclaimed what they lost over the centuries. Some battles are lost by inches.
Are the Magisters so terrible? I mean, they keep slaves and use them for blood magic, so I'm assuming yes.
You talk about the Magisters as if they are all evil.
I have no doubt that some are good and noble men, strong enough to resist temptation. But how many temptations do you wish to offer a man before he will give in? Blood magic is everywhere in Tevinter, from the lowliest apprentice up to the Archon himself.
How do you know that?
You can't have seen this for yourself.
Daenerys talked about it often. Of course they say it's forbidden. Behind the smiles and closed doors, however, it's a different matter. To be a Magister in Tevinter is to be glorious. To be a powerful Magister in Tevinter, that is worth any price.
How is it inevitable?
You're saying the same thing could happen here?
If the mages were permitted to be their own watchers, of course. It is too easy for a mage to resort to blood magic if they feel the need is great enough.
As easy as it is to resort to a sword. You were created as a living weapon. Should you not be trusted with your freedom?
My powers are not controlled by a demon. A mage can desire power, justice, revenge, protection. Any cause will do, and then they are lost.
But not all mages do that.
You can't say every mage is corrupt.
All I am saying is the Imperium offers no answer. All that Andraste did long ago to end the tyranny of magic has been undone.
She ended the tyranny of magic and replaced it with an entirely new one.
Considering all that magic has done to my homeland and my race, I weep for your predicament. Power corrupts, as they say, and mages have power enough already.
Well, I think it's wrong to oppress mages. I don't think the circles work perfectly well. I think there needs to be a middle ground between the two of them. But yeah, I think it's wrong to oppress mages. They're born that way. They can't help it. I mean, come on.
Treating every mage like a criminal isn't the answer.
And not every mage deserves the benefit of the doubt.
And I suppose you decide which ones.
Freedom is a noble ideal, but I see no oppression here. I see fear and danger. But enough. I'm sure we came here for a reason.
We did come here for a reason. Oh, wow. Plus 15. Dang. I think we're going to go rival with Fenris just because that just seems the way it's going. But that's okay. What did my codex update? Tevinter Magisters. I'll read it later, but I probably have already read it. But it's interesting that, you know, Fenris makes good points and Anders makes good points, but it's like the middle is where it needs to really be at. But I'm actually going to go shopping for a moment.
This place is a prison.
Well, yeah, it is technically a prison, even if there weren't mages there. But like I said, I'm going to go shopping real quick and I will be right back. Alright, nothing super exciting. I picked up a couple more runes that I need to plug in later, but there's a codex entry for Death of a Templar, which I will read later. And looks like I have a couple new quests and turn-ins. I think that's my miscellaneous turn-in, but let's look over here first. I mean, this courtyard is so intimidatingly scary. Like, if you were brought here as a kid to a circle, I would be terrified. All right, another enigma of Kirkwall referencing the Band of Three. I like want to Google what that is, but I don't want to spoil it if it comes up later. It's one of those fine lines of things. Okay, but what does Anders have to say?
You have been a good friend. Better than I deserve.
Yes.
I think I stepped in something.
Meryl.
We should move on.
Everything here is cold. Hard stone. I wish I'd worn shoes with soles now.
Yeah, you and Fenris both aren't wearing, like, is this like an elven, like, are the soles of your feet just more sturdy than ours? Ours being humans?
Those statues were meant to intimidate slaves. You see ones like them all over the Imperium.
Yeah. It's awful. Record Keeper Tarn. This was the Map of Occupied Kirkwall miscellaneous quest.
I think I found something of yours.
Shh. I can't accurately express my gratitude, but thank you.
You're welcome. Okay, let's talk to Solivitus, and then, oh look, 2 more places to go shopping. Yay.
Ah, welcome, my dear friend, to Sol's shop. My name is Solivitus. Please, take a look around. My apologies in advance. Our shelves are a bit bare at the moment. Actually, if you're interested, I could use a bit of help to remedy that.
Remedy that?
Remedy that. Potions shop. You, my good man, are priceless.
The pun wasn't intentional, although I may use that next time. It's been too dangerous to leave the city of late, and the substances I require for my creations are, of course, elsewhere. Perhaps you could find them. You'll be compensated for your time, have no fear. I'll also give you first pick of my new creations.
Oh, I like first picks of new creations, especially if they're helpful towards me, so sure, why not? I'm in.
Make up a list of what you need, and I'll keep an eye out for you.
Perfect. A discount on everything in the shop, Sirrah.
Great.
The first enchanter does not wish me to sell merchandise. He says I am too honest.
Too honest? Alright, what was the one I just picked up? Secondary? Herbalist tasks. Find a spider silk gland, a dragon's fang, and pure iron bark. So, spiders in ruins, and then a dragon fang somewhere, and then iron bark, but I gotta talk to the Dalish. Alright, well, let me go shopping again, and I will be right back. Alright, those were nice little pit stops. He had a ton of potions that I cleaned him out of, and they each had a recipe, which was nice, so I can go make stuff in the future. Well, I've done everything else I can do, so let's go and actually quick save, and then we will talk to Thrask. Maybe he can help us get to the next stage of this quest.
Are you the Templar who is pursuing the boy Feynriel?
I did not realize his name was known so widely. Perhaps you know Ariane from when she was with the Dalish.
We don't all know each other. There are a lot of clans, you know.
Are you a friend of his?
Well, tell me about Feynriel first.
Have you met him? What is he like?
From his mother's description, he sounds much like any youngster we bring to the Circle. Frightened of his gift, resentful at losing his freedom, convinced he is the one exception to our laws. Hardly someone you would wish the power to murder people with his mind.
Alright, let's not, I'm sure it's not that bad just yet. I haven't heard about, masses of people dying. Feynriel's a menace. Well, I want to help Feynriel. I think finding him and... I don't know what my final options are going to be, if it's sending him to the Circle or setting him free, but we need to find him no matter what. So let's go with I want to help Feynriel.
No young boy should have to face down demons alone.
There you go.
It is surprising what sympathies mages evoke. I always expect people to be more wary of their powers than touched by their struggles.
Not all of us are.
If we do not find Feynriel soon, it will not matter. Either he will be taken by the demons, or by less mystical predators. And I've said more than enough on the topic. This is a Templar matter, and we will be handling it.
And you don't need any help at all.
Seems like you Templars could use all the help you can get.
True. It is surely not in the lad's best interests to turn away anyone who seeks to find him. There is a Templar, former Templar, by the name of Samson. He left the Order due to philosophical differences. He has been known to help mages flee Kirkwall.
Really?
If Feynriel went to him, Samson wouldn't tell me. He stays out of sight by day, but I've seen him at night, near the entrance to Darktown.
Of course, Fenris hates my choices, but it's okay. We're just gonna go rival with him. But Meryl seems to be happy with it. I'm surprised I'm not getting more reactions out of Anders, because I thought doing a mage quest, that's why I brought this group along. Anyway, speak to Samson about Feynriel. Samson is usually loitering in the lower reaches of Lowtown at night. I feel like I remember him. He was like the addicty.
So, when you first did blood magic, it was just an accident, right? You cut yourself and realized the power. You didn't actually deal with a demon.
Oh, no, I did.
Why would you do that?
I needed his help. He was really very nice about it.
But
Of course he was. He's using you to get a foothold in a mortal brain.
He's a spirit. He offered me his aid. I hardly think you're one to criticize.
right? I mean, at least she didn't get possessed by the spirit Anders. But as I was saying, I think Samson is the one who was kind of like an addict in Lowtown at night. At least he seemed like it. I could be wrong, but we'll find out soon enough.
Kirkwall nights aren't safe. Always some group of thugs around.
Oh, great.
Someone will usually pay for their removal, though.
Yeah, I don't remember finishing the thugs group in Lowtown. We did Hightown, the docks, so that means Lowtown and... what's the other place? The Undercity, or I forget what it is. Ooh, chain lightning, that's gonna be nice. Oh, I'm coming, Anders, sorry. Anders, can you actually take a health potion, please? Because Anders is a little slow on healing today. Let me go work on some of these range guys. Anders is being attacked. All right, work on my, save my squishies first. Yeah, we're still alive. Oh, okay, great. Sharp's little pinpricks. Oh, sharp little pinpricks, not sharps. Directs to the Sharp's base. We've got a new base, and you lot best keep the law away. Directions to Lowtown sneak below, but don't come unless you've got good news or you'll get an answer square between the eyes. Ignacio Strand. Ignacio Strand. Is that Ignacio from Origins? But, huh. It was Darktown was what I was thinking of, not... I've done the... So we've done the bandits in Hightown, the docks. We're almost done in Lowtown, so I wonder if we have to do them in Darktown too. Anyway, let's see. This is where... Okay, that's where the other quest is, so we'll do that in a second, but let's talk to Samson. So let's quick save, and then talk to Samson.
What do you know? I was told my old friend Thrask was advising you folks to seek me out. You're looking for the boy, right? Feign something.
Feign?
I'll tell you now, there's not much I can do for you.
Are you Samson? I mean, I'm guessing he is Samson.
I'm looking for a retired Templar named Samson.
Retired. Sounds better than burned out husk of a Templar begging coins in the choke damp. They don't do anything to keep you, you know. You join the Order, you're free to walk away. But they're the only ones who got the dust.
Yeah, the lyrium, right? What do you mean?
The dust?
Lyrium, an ore the dwarves mine. Magic in its raw form. You need to drink the stuff to face down the magicers. Problem is, if you ever try to stop, it just about kills you.
So, it's still weird. Former Templar, even if you're former, you're helping mages?
Is it true you give aid to apostates fleeing the Templars?
The mages I help, they're no more than children, newly discovered their magic and terrified. Barely left their mother's skirts, and now we're saying they got to be locked away for their own good. That demons are hunting them. Do you wonder they run?
Well, did Feynriel come to you?
Did you meet the boy?
Afraid so. Blighter was dead broke though, not a silver on him. I helped one mageling for free, and I'll never get paid again.
I pity any mage who is forced to rely on you for protection.
I pointed him to a ship captain I know, Rayner. Sometimes he'll take on runaways. Took another apostate last week, girl I sent him. Might have gone wrong though. I heard rumors he took the both of them captive instead.
Yeah, that figures.
So your good friend's a kidnapper? Can't say I'm surprised.
Not a friend. Just someone who's not afraid to try this business. Rumor has it, Rayner had the pair of them locked inside a Keys warehouse, somewhere close to dockside. You want to go looking? You might find the lad before he gets ransomed to the Templars. Or worse.
Okay, so Rainier may know where Feynriel is. He should be in a warehouse in the docks tonight. Well, before we go do that, since it's right here, let's take care of this sharps, pinprick thing stuff. I'm making all sorts of sense as usual, right? Yeah, Ignacio Strain. I wonder, is that... I'm gonna have to look that up. Is that the same Ignacio from Origins? And let's... Oh, dang it. You went invisible on me. That's... There he is. Oh, he stabbed me in the back. Well, I'm gonna twin fangs you, sir. And Fenris is gonna kick your butt for me. Haha. Alright, and then we got one more. Although I imagine more are gonna come.
My goodness, that was exciting.
Meryl. We need to take you out more, Meryl. Oh, here's another one. Just one. Just the one?
One more for me. We're keeping score, right?
We're totally keeping score here, especially if we're winning. Wow, Meryl.
We are victorious.
Okay, we finished that quest. Aside from a few stragglers, the Sharps are no longer keen on taking Blowtown. I think that's what it said. Well, we need to head to the docks at night to find the guy who took Feynriel next. Right? That's what's happening? I know we're almost out of time today, but let's at least get to the docks at night and see if we can at least get close to the area where he's supposed to be at. Alright, the Wayward Son. Alright, where is he at? Arthurius's private dock. Okay, well this is actually where I'm going to end things for today. I'm going to run over there and we'll pick back up there tomorrow, and then we'll look for Feynriel and hopefully wrap up this quest then. As always, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you again tomorrow with another new Dragon Age 2 video.